Right, everybody, welcome to today's 1.0 model debut stream. I realize at this point I have nothing actually to go on the show on the screen because I don't want to have to switch. Oh, I could try to switch. I'm not going to switch models midstream. That way lies madness. This feels like a very risky stream to start with because for the first time I'm using window capture instead of screen capture. So this is just my second monitor's display or part of it. So I'm like super worried about what might or might not show up over here. Like I was gonna click to check on the background music, but I think that's behind this screen. And so if I click it, it's doomed and everyone will see what my bookmarks are. It's downhill from there. So the structure of this stream, we have a nice PowerPoint presentation. It is gonna start with the model reveal. I'm just stalling for like a good 2-3 minutes. I know a lot of people when they say stream starts at 7, it's a waiting screen for like 5-10 minutes and then it starts and it chats and it happens. Part of me is like, for some reason, there are times when talking about myself and being the focus center of attention makes me just super anxious and nervous, and it's like being like it's like being my birthday. It's similar to that in a very somehow uncomfortable, awkward sort of way, but it's a growth learning moment. And I also had to change what monitor OBS was on, and so all my boxes are in different places. It's terrifying, just terrifying. It fell apart at the end here. All my effort went to making a mediocre slide deck using bullets. I broke out the animation pane. Very exciting, very exciting. Though I did not use the typography flame-in transition, which I don't think is even there anymore. Very sad. So, you know, let's get this model show on the model road. Okay, PowerPoint. Don't betray me, PowerPoint. Oh Lord, it already betrayed me and showed my background. Damn you, PowerPoint. Damn you. That's fine. It's a Genshin Impact wallpaper. I have no shame. No shame about that. He said waiting for his Miko. It wasn't even the right PowerPoint slide. Oh my god. Let me just suffer through this here for a second. Oh, definitely not that one. That is Xbox. Get out of here. I put it somewhere. Oh god, dare I click? Dare I click a mouse? Here it is. Presenter tools. Aha! It is surprisingly difficult to, in this world of, oh no, did the feet show up? Suffering. Oh, that's just a PowerPoint view itself. God. You can't have like getting PowerPoint to display multiple monitors for sharing and Zoom calls and stuff. Is like, oh God, my feet showed up. Ugh. Apparently my model's on the top. If I lean forward, this model moves, my new model moves a lot more. So apparently if I lean forward a little bit, you get some shoes show up. Genshin player spotted. Oh, jeez. Okay, chat is showing up. I was worried that I'd have the chat overlay because you know when you're ready and you're preparing for something and the last minute happens and it's like a mild panic as you just throw everything disarray to get it working. So it was definitely a vibe I picked up preparing for a Ren Fair yesterday, where the last minute I needed to switch shirts and the shirt I wanted was needed to be steamed. So I had like 10 minutes like power steam a shirt and then put it on while it was still a little bit damp. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. I'm sure it's a vibe for many people who cosplay or other outfits in the last minute. No. I appreciate the sentiment, Baldur's Cake. I'm going to worry. You cannot stop that. Scuff is a rite of passage. There's scuff and then there's accidentally revealing like personal information. Though to be fair, my co-streamers have already revealed probably enough PII to identify me to within like 100-mile radius. Let's get this going. Let's go to this is the model reveal screen. Very exciting. This is a professionally made PowerPoint slide composed of an image and some blur. I'd like to thank PowerPoint Photo Effects for this one. Very, very high demand. All right, still for 5 minutes. Let's get this going. So first off, I can lean down a little bit. We got my shoes. I'm gonna come from the top. I've seen some streamers come in from like the side or the angle or show different things. I kind of like the feet up because you, generally speaking, don't see a streamer's feet. Okay, I'm not sure. You may want to. You often don't see a streamer's feet. And I paid extra to have feet because something about the psychological damage of not having legs and feet was getting to me. It was slowly eating me on the inside every time I accidentally clipped my bottom of my model, and I was like, oh God, there's nothing but my rib cage. So here's my feet. Socks. See if I can make myself bigger here. Okay, get this here. Get this better. Get the biggest feet. I know some of you are not in depth into VTuber culture. Okay, there we go. Got the feet. My little ankles. My narrow little ankles. Feet reveal. Get these fox grippers out here. Oh, okay, I need to make this bigger. I got to make it bigger. I have my ankle. I got my little half stocking. I feel the asymmetry is important on the model. Stock question mark. Hey, that's a bit of a nylon going on. It's called asymmetry in style, and you can see it like all the movement in my feet is just from like my head moving. So you'll know forever that these feet are always genuinely big. Are you? A little bit on the left side. A light sock layer. Look, sometimes like you don't want a nylon going up all the way, and you just want a little bit. Oh, you know what? Saying it was for riding bikes would have been a way better excuse. Maybe one day I'll ride a bike again, perhaps. I actually told a friend that I would do it again if they showed up at my house with bikes and told me to ride one. Or maybe like traveling somewhere, like a nice flat surface. I just have deep trauma about riding bikes downhill, so that's off the table. Here's my feet, here's my legs, little leggy legs. It's important to have leggy legs. Let's get this a little bigger. That's probably big enough. Got some knees, a little bit of shine on them, back and forth. I can sweat. This is kind of grim, just seeing the feet swaying back and forth without the top of the body. Okay, phone out of the way. One thing I've not adjusted all the full tracking yet because it's a lot of toggles. There's so many toggles on this feet stream here. So I go down. I'm gonna get the long legs here, get some thigh action. Got a little pair of short shorts and a thigh belt. Again, Genshin player spotted on the thigh belt. It's very important to have. I'm not Spanish. No. Spanish is not in my name unless I made a terrible typo. Okay, I'm a little bit Spanish, like a tiny bit, but not enough to actually count for anything. Oh, you can see my arm when I dip my head down. Oh, left arm. Oh, right arm. Little pair of jean shorts. It's important to have jean shorts. Let me go down. Got hands. Very important. Got little hands here on the left. Got little hands here on the right. Little fingers. Again, the hands probably won't be visible that often. Most of the time, this down will not be terribly visible. Oh. You do need those hands for gaming, and I kind of want to get. I've seen you can get like accessory models that you layer on top of that just like shows your hands holding in front of you, holding a little controller, which I think would be great to get at some point. I like the idea of accessorizing your model with like pinning things on it and like little sunglasses or hats. Well, you need the thigh belt because that's how you keep your your hot pocket holster on one side, and then if you have the second one for your thighs, you get your tater tots in the other holster, and that's how you get really ready to game. Knowing that, like for chips and dip, that clearly go into your hat. You get one of those, either those hats like the beer can holders, and you put chips in one side and dip in the other. Put on hands and go a little bit. Top of the sweater here. I really like the thick, cozy sweater aesthetic that Sannish 0.5 had. It just made me feel cozy. I thought about like one of the design aesthetics I really liked was kind of more the aristocratic sharp jacket look. But I realized that's not actually the vibe I have or want to go for. And I wanted to maybe in the future as an alternate outfit, but right now I think the cozy sweater is very important. Nice big sleeves. I'm definitely not compensating for the fact that I rarely get sleeves that cover my hands, and it's like it's a dream when it happens to have like bare wrist not exposed to the world. I got this movement I can move. Cold legs, cozy body. Well, you have the legs exposed, so then when you like sit down in your chair, you can have like you can snuggle up to a blanket up to your waist and be super cozy from the blanket on top of the and then be cozy on the top. It's how I'd like to live my life. Unfortunately, it doesn't get cold enough in my apartment, so I can't actually do that as much as I want. One day I'll move somewhere that has bad insulation and bad heating, and I can get cozy once more under a pile of blankets. I know I have a little bell accessory. And those strings move. I can go back and forth. This is advanced physics here. It's a little bit. It does take the entirety of my 4080 to render the physics on these strings. Go up and the top of the hood. The strings move. And it has a hood. Oh, it has a little hood on the top there. Or else I can have my little mouse. Oh, my mouse is behind me. So got a nice big orange hood, and it's kind of like the orange, blue, white color theming is kind of what I've leaned into for a lot of the branded content I made. Like if we go back to here, like see that blue matches. That blue matches there. And I'm not going to show you the orange matching because I'll show my face right away. Oh, on the sleeve there, see the orange? The orange matches the sleeve. My little fox logo. And the white is actually also matches. It's actually a slightly blue tinted white. And not a straight white. I'll have the inside of the hood domain expansion. Let's get back to get rid of that logo. All right, we're just gonna pull off the band-aid here for the rest. Like, yeah, we got a hood. Very exciting hood. Got my eyes, my head. I can move around a lot. I'm actually a little bit worried about how much it moves, solely because if I like look to one screen or look to the other screen, and it full body here. Oh god. Oh, I made the window so big I can't actually get to the resize handles anymore. So we're stuck here. We're trapped. And what I need to do in like next couple weeks as I get used to this is adjust the tracking. I feel like the tracking is still not as I set default tracking. What can I say? And I got some it is hot orange summer. Well, if you're a fox and you don't have any orange details, are you even? What are you? An Arctic? Oh, maybe an Arctic fox. It's a pretty cool type of fox. I regret everything. I should have been an Arctic fox. Alas. And then we got very important. A little pair of glasses here. I know. I might have canines. I'm a vegetarian fox. We don't eat meat around here, but you do need those canines to tear into like some flaky scones, some pastries. devour a tub of chocolate covered raisins. I have the glasses, so I get the glasses on and off. Glasses. Super firm tofu, really. No, I'm not quite a vegan fox. Not yet. Cheat. Maybe one day. Evolve for shortbread, firm tofu, paneer, quesadillas. I think cheese is the remaining vegan barrier. Perhaps one day cheese will be the point where I can give it up and go full vegan, but not yet, not quite. Cheese, my beloved. And then ice cream. Really the two main ones. And the hood comes off, I can take the hood off. Get that. Bam. No hood, full ears. Very expressive ears. I'm just so much more expressive than I used to be with things moving around. Especially like the eye tracking in the face. I'm facing this way because I have chat right now on the right side of the screen. And so I feel like I need to talk at chat. Normally I face this way. But just the amount of movement is pretty great. It is a problem. No. There's a furry scale. This is definitely not on there. I also like to point out, no tail. I'm a tailless fox. I've not progressed that far in my corporate career yet to earn tails. I've kind of shunted off those sorts of promotions. I'm not ready for that sort of responsibility quite yet. And they do move, which is also a big plus. It's so important to get the ears move. That's my best efforts, yes. So yeah, those I got the hood. I'm gonna go back to the hood for all those cozy gaming days when it's really just like tucking into a cozy game. I know they are super bouncy. It's funny because I've noticed right away this model is way more detailed than my last one, to the point where now actually I am worrying a little bit about how warm my phone gets on doing the tracking. So I might have to look into that. Yeah, this is my 1.0 model. Got the head, short orange hair, the green eyes. That once again, look at that color matching. That's pro color matching. Like I used an actual color eyedropper. This logo I made. With this one of my goals is to redo all of my overlays, layouts, transition screens to all be ones I made and branded. So everything's custom made, my own content instead of buying pre-made stuff. Partly for the control and get the branding and like colors and everything to match, and also just because like it's kind of fun to make it and be like I do graphic design. I took a class in high school many years ago. What can I say? I'm a professional. Okay, let's go to the next line. And now we can move into the. Oh, you like the background? Thank you. I made it. If I made it, I mean, I took a photo and I blurred it. It's I forget what this was. Maybe I better like a maiden. It wasn't a maidenhair fern, but it was like, it might have been maidenhair fern in fall. Now that I think about it, I can look at the photo or unblur it, I suppose. All right, now we're gonna go into the content of the slide deck. There's 12 slides here. Buckle up. We have a 20-minute presentation. There is a quiz at the end, and hope someone takes notes. I'm not gonna take notes. Whenever I have any presentations, I just start talking, go through slides, I black out, and then it's over, and everyone tells me I did a great job, and I'm like, of course I did. At least I got this far. One day that's going to fail me. It actually probably won't happen here. Normally if I practice a presentation, that's when I like just start going autopilot, and then it's over. After, of course, the preceding like 8 days of anxiety. But I don't have those problems anymore. These sides have always been here. They've been hidden into the cute always feeling cute. Might delete later. All right, so let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go out here. I think if I line this up, this will work. So we're gonna start with a bit of retrospective, and this is a warning to everyone in chat who's thinking about streaming, and it's just really beware the foxboy pipeline. It's a serious endemic hitting our generation, people our age. I'll get right by my screenshot. You start off by making a cute Pi Crew avatar, and you start using that for your avatar in Discord, and maybe you try streaming as a ping tuber, and you're like, oh, that's nice, and like, maybe I want to try something a little more animated. You go and off the shelf, and you buy yourself a cute foxboy avatar, who's not really a foxboy, he's kind of a fox-themed hood, and then all you know, months pass, and you're a full-on foxboy. This is a slippery slope, and it's something that I wish more people would talk about, the dangers that happen. So this is your PSA for the evening, for the week, is to beware the foxboy pipeline. Also beware the similar adjacent catboy, catgirl pipelines, also deadly. It ends in a terrible place. But if you do end up at the end of your foxboy, catboy pipeline, foxgirl pipeline, do let me know so we can have our collab there with our end of this terrible way. All right, now for the requisite slightly awkward. My mouse is set to free spin on my mouse wheel here. Here comes the actual presentation part where I made some like 2-column bullet point text. The requisite, for those not familiar, usually when a VTuber debuts, they have like an about me slide, like a lore page, likes, dislikes, things they hope to accomplish, hopes, dreams, all those things. I'll be going over those today in the stilted, awkward fashion, because I realized I didn't actually animate all these slides, only did a couple of them. So I'm just going to blast through this. I'm going to blast through and hope for the best. The ideal version is that in a year, I'll be feeling reflective. I'm like, oh, it's been a year since my debut. Let me go back and see what I did, and I'll just feel like secondhand embarrassment for this thing. And that is, for me, being embarrassed about what I did in the past, be it professionally or personally, it's just a sign of growth. It's like, this is the benchmark for, no, you've done better. You're in a better place. You're more skilled. You're more talented. You're more mature. As you look back on what you did in the past, and you're like, oh, I could do better today. Of course, if I look back in the past, and I'm like, oh man, I peaked August 2024, it's a bad sign. 3D, oof, man, 3D's rough. My only experience with 3D is I did one interview in VR chat, which was an experience I can talk about later on stream if someone reminds me in the future. But I did a full professional interview as a 3D fox girl or 3D cat girl. 10 out of 10 experience. Didn't get the job. Would do it again. So 3D is it's a tough thing to break into. Besides, I don't know, it's like 3D headsets are expensive and finicky, and they don't fit around my like stylish glasses here. Anyway, let's go to the About Me page. Bam! About Me page. We're gonna read through this. Okay. Also, all the photos here were taken by me. Gotta get my use out of this macro lens I bought. Oh, I don't have to worry about like cutting, like in the past whenever I moved myself around, I always worried about cutting off my bottom, but now I have a full body. Look at that. Let's go right about here. Here, I'll block off this side first. Age undisclosed. I'm not gonna tell people my age. People can guess. People can see what I talk about and probably make bold assumptions. And some people in chat here, they know my age. You don't need to tell anybody. One day people will find out. Schooling, I do have a PhD. I'm kind of a smart fox boy. And I'm on the traditional career pathway, PhD to VTuber streamer. It's a common one. Most people with PhDs do end up just streaming at the end. It's much more impactful than publishing academic papers. Like, I'm thinking about the number of people who've read papers I published versus the number of people who've watched these streams. Let's not think about it. We're not going to think about that. I could be 5,000 years old. Who knows this? You know what? You don't know when this PhD came about. I don't think there's a date printed on it, but you're not going to see it. My job is a corporate kitsune. I'm a corporate VTuber. I work in a corporate environment, and I am a VTuber, but I'm not a corporate VTuber because I do not work for an agency yet. Any recruiters in chat? I don't have a fan or chat name yet. I am deeply struggling with this one. Let's call you all chat for now. But I need to think of something. I can block chat with my body. Something appropriately adorable, endearing, and unique. Some of the good ones some of the ones I've wanted to use are taken by other people, so I can't reuse them in good conscience because I'm like, someone famous is already using this. I don't want to get on that one. Oshi for those of VTuber culture, I decided to go with Fox Icon Telescope. Might be related to that PhD, might not be related to that PhD, it's on you. I have a hashtag, why not? I never use it. I expect nobody to use it, but you know what? Here it is. Here it is, in case in 6 months I blow up, go viral, become super popular, and people want to come back and reference this. Other facts about myself, living the corporate life. Oh God, I left a quote on. I brought shame to my, we're gonna live edit this PowerPoint, because that's how you bring shame to your family. Trying to seek the corporate life. One day, maybe I'll make it big. I'll make it big and I quit my job and be a full-time streamer. Or not. Secretly, or not secretly if you actually watch anything I do. I'm not great at a lot of games. Oh, that's not going to stop me though. Even today I made a terrible mistake, 2 terrible mistakes in Dyson Sphere project. It's fine. We'll ignore those mistakes. Most of them I've been learning on the way. If you go back, I started, you know, oh, that's not even the controls anymore. I lost my controls. A lot of this is learning streaming on the way. That goes back to starting over. That's not the controls again. PowerPoint. Don't do this to me, PowerPoint. Starting as a ping tuber, just giving it a go. Trying out 3D streaming in March. Now I'm at a not fully animated, 2D, full custom model. So a lot of this like learning streaming on the way, because I have a habit I'm trying to break of like trying to prep and research and make sure everything's absolutely perfect before committing or doing something. It definitely shows up when I'm like, I had to buy a kitchen knife at the start of the year because I got like a gift card to a store, and I spent so long. I spent so long researching kitchen knives. And in the end of the day, for what I'm doing, it didn't matter. I could have cut that research off and saved myself 10 hours just about like the shiniest, coolest looking knife in the store and been good. So to that end, I was trying to like research and prep and do all this stuff to get ready for streaming. And I said, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna go and we're gonna see how it all plays out. So here we are. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing live. Very exciting. I am mildly socially anxious. I try to avoid situations that cause social anxiety, but it is something that I'm cognizant of. We'll move along from that one. Pretend no one saw that. All right, we're gonna go through favorites real quick. Just blast through these. If any of these are controversial in any way, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment about why they're controversial. Definitely not trying to farm some engagement. Favorite things, favorite foods. I'll throw this up here. Scones, cookies, shortbreads, top tier foods right here. Anyone who says otherwise, you're free to have your own opinion. But just those slightly sweet baked pastries, 10 out of 10. I make all these myself. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I finished a book series, I finished a video game, I'm having light ennui of what should I do with my life? And the answer is always, inevitably the answer is always, bake a batch of one of these, make 2 dozen, 3 dozen cookies, make a full wheel of shortbread, make a batch of scones, devour them over the course of 2 days, live with regret on that 3rd day, or don't live with regret on that 3rd day, embrace it. Don't think about how much butter you just ate over the course of 48 hours. No. Embrace it, live it. And this is also a reason why I could probably never go full vegan, is all these require butter. I've tried these without butter. I've tried butter substitutes for these, and they're sad. They're sad without butter. They need it. It's easier to do gluten-free than it is to lose butter. I'm already saying I need to update my tracking. I feel like my eyes don't close quite when I want them to. Anime manga, top tier favorite anime manga. We got Orange High School Host Club, top of the list there, no questions asked. Cowboy Bebop, top of the list, 10 out of 10. Watamote, Higurashi, both some of my favorites. Orange High School Host Club, Cowboy Bebop, hands down, I'd recommend it to anybody, top tier. These other 2 are just personal favorites. Would I recommend them to everybody? No. Do they hold a special place in my heart for my own reasons? Yes. I forgot to put up here Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon, also pretty great anime. I'm not sure about the Black Lagoon manga though. I know it exists. I saw it on sale the other day. Probably a lot. I like a lot of anime. I like a lot of manga. I like a lot of light novels. I didn't even include light novels in this list. Sorry, extension of a bookworm that I spent 3 weeks binge reading. Books. This was a hard one because I have liked a lot of books throughout my reading career since what do I think since? I think the first things I really started to like get deep into for reading were probably like the Forgotten Realms books. Narnia, Animorphs. My God, Goosebumps. Oof. But top ones that have lasted have been Discworld and Wheel of Time. I know Wheel of Time, a lot of imperfections, especially in these now. At the time, it was kind of stand out at the time. So again, love it. Would I recommend it for everybody? Maybe not. Now, Discworld, 10 out of 10 recommend Discworld. Everyone should, you know what? After this stream, go buy Guards, go buy Small Gods, go buy Mort, I think is the first one in the Death series. Tiffany Aching, just start Discworld. Just go buy it, find it at a used bookstore, download it off Amazon or whatever. Libraries, use your libraries. Ask me to borrow a copy. I love Discworld. Discworld is, if there's one thing I've always wanted to do, and I don't think I have it in me, I don't think I have the right skill set, maybe not yet, is I would absolutely love to run a tabletop campaign set in Discworld or in a Discworld-like world. Oh, I think it would be so fantastic, especially if my players didn't know. And they thought they were coming in for a standard run-of-the-mill fantasy campaign. I dropped them in a Discworld setting. Oh, God. Oh, I love gaslighting players as a DM. Oh, I should put that on this list here. Games. Somebody's already talked about. I've already streamed some of these. Dark Souls, Civilization, Baldur's Gate, probably my top 3 games. Or game series, I should say. Representative of both their genre and also the games themselves. And here I'm not talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 was great. This is Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3. All 3 great games, all together great series. I was so happy with how Larian Studios handled Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, wonderful. Outer Wilds. I put Outer Wilds on here as kind of like Outer Wilds could have been Subnautica. For me, it's just like, I think it's just such a good standalone game. Like, all these other games are great in their own genres, their own ways. While for me, Outer Wilds is just like a self-contained, complete, fantastic narrative experience in a game with puzzles and player motivation and controls and just fantastic. If you haven't played Outer Wilds, I recommend it for literally everybody, unless you can't maneuver in 3D space, in which case, good luck. And Genshin Impact, I had to put one of the Hoyoverse games on here. I flashed a desktop background earlier. I was looking at all the merch around my desk, and I'm like, okay, Sannish, you have to put Genshin Impact on here. You've committed enough money to this game to put it on this list. Even though right now I'm kind of playing more Zenless Zone Zero than Genshin Impact. Don't tell Genshin Impact. Don't tell Yaimiko. Other hobbies, cooking. The attempt to take cooking off this list because my cooking today did not go so well. Running. It is technically a hobby because I do it frequently. Do I enjoy it? Debatable. Does it make me feel better? Yes. And I hate that it makes me feel better afterwards. I really do. Every time I go for a run, I feel great afterwards. I'm like, God damn it. It's the worst. Photography. I like travel photography. I like taking pictures when I travel. All the photos, again, on the slide deck here are ones I took. We got a Japanese painted fern behind me against a glazed pot. And I have some lenses. I have a whatchamacallit. I had a DSLR. Not for this photo. I have a Fujifilm that I love to take photos of. So when traveling, it's one of the things I love to do. And journaling. I've been journaling for a decade now. 1 point something decades. Something like 2 million words or something last time I counted. It's quite a lot. I probably have other hobbies I think about. I mean, obviously streaming and video games, and eating shortbread. All great hobbies. Everyone should do those. But here's the like should. I was going to do a dislike slide as well, but then I realized, man, that's kind of a downer. Let's not do a dislike slide. That's no fun. Goals. Oh God. I need to go to the side. I need to move up. Where's chat? Game chat. There we go. Chat can see me. It's branded. If I do that, you'll be lost in the white. Okay, there we go. Again, look at the photo. Goals. These are my dislike slides. Oh, we get a bit meta on that one. These are kind of my streaming goals, not personal. Like, well, they're personal goals. I was asked to do a professional development goal like 3 months ago. Hope no one at my work is watching this or ever finds out who I am. And like, I don't have professional development goals anymore. I feel like I've hit the end of my career where I'm just like, you know what? I'm happy in my career. I don't want to advance. I'm good here. I want to put all of my professional development and personal development goals and energies into streaming. It's way more fun, way more satisfying. I feel like I have more impact here than I do in my job. Woohoo. So goals, stream goals, channel engagement and custom artwork. Even though earlier I said I want to do like build all my own stuff, I think building like all my own overlays and transitions and things I want to do, but I would still want to commission artwork like emojis or splash art or kind of like me in different outfits sort of thing. I think that sort of artwork I'd like to commission and get in profile pictures, banners. I want to get into the habit of commissioning that artwork, and just like commissioning this model taught me that like I am very uncomfortable commissioning artwork. It is for some reason it triggered a bunch of anxiety for me, but it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. So I think commissioning, like setting my goal to actually commission artwork will help with exposure therapy on that front. What are the next things? Content goals. Oh, I forgot. Let's up this channel and content goal. I'm so smart. I like to do some sort of skill-based learning stream. I think that's always, I've seen other streamers do this. And it's such a fun idea because like there are definitely things that I want to learn to do, but it's so hard to find the motivation. And so like the 3 I thought of were drawing, piano, and game dev. I tried setting up piano. Like I have a keyboard. I was like, how can I get this onto stream? And like the logistics of it versus my actual skill set. I don't have to be a hand cam stream. I'm like, you know what? No, we're gonna cross that off for now. Drawing is doable. I could hook up an iPad up and stream drawing. So that's fair warning. I don't know how to draw. That's why this would be a skill-based learning. And game dev is one. It's a hobby I used to do before streaming. A lot of Unity, but the problem is I can't do it on stream. And one of the reasons it kind of died off is because of the nature of my work. I can't talk about any game dev work I do. I can't share it. I definitely can't stream it. And so it's entirely like a solo isolated hobby at this point. So that's off the list. Maybe if I quit my job or change jobs in the future, we can revisit that one. Since I did it all in Uni, I would like to do like stream learning Godot. It might be fun, even though it's Python like. More collabs. So I've done a couple of collaboration streams with Snack and Ratchet for Finals and Lethal Company. I'd like to do more of those. They're probably getting into it. I know Ratchet is starting to do his own like TikTok shorts and YouTube shorts, that sort of content creation. And so there's like, those are in real life friends who I play games with. Eventually, maybe within a year, stream with someone who, another VTuber out there. Oh God. Even games that do like, I'm still at the point of like, I need to learn how to draw a straight line and draw circles. Like it is like rudimentary streaming. But I do have I actually bought my iPad and I bought an Apple Pencil specifically to learn to draw. And then I'm like, oh, this is really good for playing Genshin Impact. That's fine. It worked out. Or maybe not, because like if I didn't buy the iPad, I would have gotten to Genshin Impact or Star Rail, and that might have been better. Think about that one. Cooking stream. I've done a cooking stream in this private Discord before, where I set a camera up and I was like just cooking on the stream. It might be fun to do, but I think to do it well, I need to really rethink the logistics of it. Potentially buying one of those like standalone electric induction burners, because trying to like set the camera up with a stove that's against a wall is really hard. So if I can set it on an island, it might be easier to set up the webcam to get that set up. So that's one. It's not gonna happen anytime soon, but it might be fun to think about like what recipe to cook on stream, what baking to do on stream, and get that all set up and put together. And then whether or not I do just show my actual pause or do the VTuber standby and get just a pair of long gloves and just wear like a pair of long gloves in the stream. I kind of like the long glove idea. It seems a little silly, and I do love kind of silly ideas. Growth areas. So I'm a very introspective fox. I think about what I can do to improve, areas I can do better at. Doesn't mean I always do it. Doesn't mean I follow through, but I sure think about them. Preparing content notes ahead of time is definitely one. I sometimes like get into mode where I'm playing a game and I'm just like stream of consciousness talking about what I'm doing, and I don't actually talk much about other things. So I want to get in the habit of like making notes about things to talk about in the stream. Like, oh, here's the anecdote I went to the Ren Fair. Oh, here's my favorite type of graph or visualization. Here is the time I crashed my bike and broke my teeth. And tell that sort of story on stream. I want to get better at that sort of storytelling sort of activities. Using thumbnails for my streams. I haven't used thumbnails yet. I made one for this stream. So check that off the list. Done. Goal complete. Find my content niche, like what content resonates with an audience, what content I'd like to stream. Somehow, I think RimWorld, Dyson Sphere Project, those sorts of simulation games seem to be pretty popular. Ironically, I noticed the other day that World of Goo was one of my top streams for that one World of Goo stream I did. So I might be streaming more of it this week. Give the people what they want, and learn social media. I've put this off for decades. Like, I was looking at something the other way and it was like, I think my YouTube account, like this YouTube account, it's like, oh, this YouTube account started 2006. And like my Twitter account started like 2009 or 2010. And I'm just like, I never learned how to use these. I've avoided it. But now that I'm like, I'm a content creator, I should learn how to do a little bit more. Or Blue Sky or whatever Twitter alternative it is. I refuse to call it any other name by Twitter. Probably for my cold dead pause. Next slide, future, oh, I'm over here now. Future games, this is still in the air. I like kind of having a list of future games to stream. Learn social media in terms of like how to tweet, like how to engage with Twitter effectively, how to promote myself, how to promote content, build YouTube/TikTok shorts and publish them, editing, all those sorts of, like, essentially that brand marketing efforts is something I don't know how to do, and it's super important. Like some of any advice you get for like how to be a successful streamer or content creator, it's like 20-30% streaming, 70% content development and marketing. And so it's something that, like, I know it's super important, but I'm like, do I want to do it? This is a hobby for fun. So it's something I'm interested in learning the skill as long as it stays fun. Because like if I only have like 3 people viewing a stream, 4 people viewing a stream, you know, for the next 6 months, that's pretty fine. I know, distract you with the ears. So here's a list of potential games to play in the future. I kind of broke them into categories where I realized what I like to stream. Action adventure games. So I think Dungeons of Hinterberg is the next one I'll do on this front. I might do Demon Souls. I'll probably do Demon Souls to finish off the Souls games. So strategy games I want to give a try. So Age of Mythology Retold is coming out in like a month. I might do Alpha Centauri to do a throwback to my... actually, this was the first Sid Meier game I played, was Alpha Centauri. Tactics Ogre, this is a maybe. This is a hard maybe. I put it on my list. I kind of want to play it, but also... exactly. I'm not committing to finishing any of these games, except if I do Demon Souls, I will finish that one. I really like building games. Oh, thank you. This is another photo. Just keep the compliments coming. So building games like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, I got a request from that. Maybe 3, but I think 2 is better. I know one of my friends really into because Planet Coaster 2 is coming out in like a month. So I'll just do Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 instead. Anno, I love Anno. So I'm not sure this is going to be this will be a winter time stream. Either Anno 1800 or whenever, I forget what the release date was for Anno 1162, 171, 161, 162. The new Anno game coming out set in the Roman Empire is set to 2025 release. I'll definitely buy that day one and play that day one. On the RPG list, I've gotten requests. I will stream Boyfriend Dungeon. There's some people in chat who've already suggested this and want to see this happen. So Boyfriend Dungeon is top of this list when it goes on sale on Steam again. Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it for you, chat. I'll do it for you, cute chat. Signalis, once in a while, I kind of list for a while. Little Goody Two Shoes, kind of like shorter narrative horror games, maybe. AI Somnium Files. I played the first one and really liked it. I do want to play the second one eventually. It does fall in that category of like, I'm not sure how much I enjoy playing games with a lot of story-based voice acting, because I'm kind of like, I'm just going to sit here as it plays out. Kind of feels odd. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Atelier Ryza 3, I enjoyed 1. I enjoyed 2, but I need like, it's the type of game, I need a long cooldown period in between. Like I need like a 6 to 12 months before playing this sort of turn-based collection building RPG. But I enjoyed the first 2, and we'll keep them coming. Kit Chat, Kit Chat. Shit, I'm gonna write Kit Chat down, excuse me. Kit Chat or Kits. All right, I made a note there. Okay. Virtue's Last Reward. I've not heard of 999 or Virtue's Last Reward. Tunic. Okay, I'll put Tunic on the name there. It's a little fox character. Okay, write Tunic down. Making notes as I stream has been on my to-do list. So I'm using my. I bought the Orange High School Host Club box set as a annual. I got my annual bonus for myself because I've been on my to-do list for a while, and it came with like a Orange High School Host Club notepad, and I was like, oh man, I can't like. This is too precious to use. I'm like, no, I'm going to use it. So I'm using it for my stream notes. So it's got little characters on it, little orange characters. It's adorable. So here's the list. The list will grow. The list will change. Things will get removed. Things will get taken off. This is not a promise. See a little potential disclaimer at the top here. 9 Doors, 9 Hours, 9%. It's the original DS game that populates games. Oh shit, I do own a DS. No idea how to hook it up. Probably have to emulate it, I guess, to get the game. I didn't really get into, I've only played a couple visual novels. And no really like, the only dating sim games I played were Doki Doki Literature Club and Hatful Boyfriend. So Boyfriend Dungeon will be the actual dating sim, the first non-satire dating sim, I suppose. I was on Steam. 999. Okay, they're on Steam. Good to know. They don't have to like figure it out. Oh, you know what should be on this list? Oh god, wrong slide. Metal Gear Solid. I'm interested in playing Metal Gear Solid because I've heard a lot about it. It's my Kamiyoshi's favorite game. So a lot of people have popularized it and said such good things, and it apparently induces a deep brain rot. I'm all for a good brain rot. Who isn't in for a good brain rot? So I might do the Metal Gear Solid if I need to figure out how to get it. I'm not sure if they're on Steam or not. I feel like it's one of those games that have been remastered and re-released like a dozen times now, and there's like people have hot takes about which is the true version to play, which is the final version. I know when Persona 3 came out, this was a problem. Like, oh, Persona 3 Golden didn't have this added thing for the remaster, or they removed this character. You can't do that, and it's like I just want to tell me which one to play. Just tell me which one to play that doesn't involve me buying a PlayStation 2. I don't want to buy PlayStation 2. I wrote and Zero Escape. Okay, I'll write those down along with Tunic. Zero Escape. Okay. Oh, yeah, I actually write things down. You can see me write things down. Evil Sandish look. All right, now for the slide that I composed. This one was for my own self-gratification. It's going to be at 2 columns. I do this professionally, and this is 1,000% how you not do this. Here's a bunch of stats. Look at all these stats, look at all these numbers. I wanted to compose it as a benchmark for myself to compare in the future, because otherwise, I don't know if YouTube or Twitch will keep these forever. The big ones at the top, I've streamed for 6 months now. Very exciting. 137 streams. All Kit Chat fills. I like, oh man, Kit Chat's really good. Kit Chat fits in the box there. The main metric I'm looking at is this one here. Is my hours viewed? Hydrangea in the background. My hours watched is higher than my hours streamed, meaning I have created net joy in the world. I like to think about it. I've spent 275 my own hours, and I've brought hopefully joy to 400 people hours out there. So it's a net positive in the world. Oh, wrong slide. I grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh god, I was looking at the mouse cursor over here, which is for my window capture, and I thought that was on OBS. Rookie mistake. So YouTube, I was looking at the YouTube versus Twitch because when I started, I was solely on YouTube. So I started in February on YouTube only, and in April, I'm like, I think that's when I got before I left for Japan. I'm like, you know what? Let me just Twitch VOD support is 7 days, unless you're like a partner or hit a certain level, or maybe you have to pay money. Well, YouTube was like, yeah, upload whatever you want, put all the content up there. That's great. So the YouTube 768 views, Twitch. I don't have views per se on Twitch. They don't give the same statistics. Let me tell you, that's the bane of my life right there. Like, oh, we want to compare the number of views between YouTube and Twitch, and I'm like, buddy, they don't give us that information. Hours watch is actually pretty split between them, despite YouTube having a 2-month lead. And some of my most popular streams were in this time period. YouTube 18 subscribers. Some of you are in chat here. Twitch 36 follows. So Twitch definitely has been better for exposure and getting more people out there. I think it has better content discovery because I am not playing the current YouTube algorithm. Right now, YouTube is really prioritizing people who make shorts and upload shorts, and I'm just not making shorts because that's a skill set I've not delved into yet, is the video editing side of things. So I don't think I get pushed high on any YouTube algorithms, and Twitch does a much better job of getting exposure for people, especially because YouTube, the VOD support, oh great, 100% wonderful. The algorithm support and the live streaming support itself, not as good. Twitch is much better on that, especially when you're actively live. It's much better, I feel, if you have an established audience who know and follow you there. Like most of the streamers I watch are on YouTube. But for me, Twitch is better on the exposure side, which is interesting to note, and kind of leaning there. Which is ironic because I've done I've done nothing for my Twitch profile, and I saw something like, oh, make sure your Twitch profile box is set all stuff. I'm like, oh god, I haven't set that up yet. Oh dear. Top stream so far, Bloodborne. I think the cost fight at the very end of Bloodborne, #1 stream. Civ 6, pretty good. Rimworld, good Rimworld streams. There was a lot of them. And World of Goo. World of Goo, surprising number of streams. So I'll probably do some more World of Goo streams on there. Twitch stats, pretty much same. 71 total people have chatted in Twitch. Good job. 2,000 messages. Oh, it was almost exactly 2,000 when I checked. This was like yesterday. Interestingly, because I have Twitter, and I'm constantly asking myself, does Twitter matter? Does it really matter? Am I getting exposure? Mostly I get people, I have like 100 followers on Twitter, and most of them are, most of the people who are looking to get commissions. Blaze migration. Sorry, I work for the product called Blaze. So that was deeply triggering for a moment there. 2,000 messages, most from the browse page, which makes sense because Twitch has pretty good support of like, hey, you just streamed Rimworld. If you did that same stream with these other similar games, here's how you'd place on the browse page for those games. So it's kind of fascinating, like the statistics and tools that they give creators on Twitch. So Rimworld, and I think Dyson Sphere Program and World of Goo, for that matter, they're more niche games. So people who are in those fandoms are more likely to look at those streams and discover that way. So most from the browse page, and subscribers like you. 37% outside the US, which is surprising, but I know at least one of you watched these streams abroad. And I had someone who wasn't in the US a couple months ago saying I talked fast and it was hard to follow because their English was not a first language. And I'm like, yeah, I do talk fast. I apologize for nothing. It runs in the family. All the Sannish family talk fast. It's that foxy nature. Conclusions, gotta have conclusions. If you have stats with no conclusion slide, do better. Twitch is better for discovery. YouTube is better for established audience, but YouTube has the VODs. All 137. I do occasionally go through and download them all to my local computer. Honestly, I should just have OBS output to my local computer, but meh, not gonna do that. It's hard to talk slow depending on where you grew up. I think on the West Coast, of America. Where I'm going to dox myself briefly. I am. Probably couldn't have guessed from that all my times be in Pacific time. It's a habit of talking fast, and if you're surrounded by people who do that, then it's like, it's fine. But you get someone who's like, oh, they're from the South. They're from somewhere else. English is not their first language. They're like, oh, I need to slow down. Especially in professional settings, professional talks, it's important to slow down, pause, let people digest what you're saying, not just give that stream of consciousness ramble for an hour on a stream to gentle background music. Look. It is just a tick box, but I haven't set it up yet. And I'm like, I just download it from YouTube at slightly lower quality. It's fine. I could tick it. And I probably should do that tick box. I should go probably buy a 2 terabyte hard drive to write to as well while I'm at it. But you know what? I have a budget. And that budget went to this is where that budget went. The budget went here. The budget didn't go to a second hard drive yet. I think this hard drive is actually already a bit full. Oh, I bought a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have a terabyte free. I see one. I've been installing games willy-nilly since I built this new desktop and got double my hard drive size. So whenever you get a bigger hard drive, you're like, oh, hard drive space is infinite. I don't need to worry about this. And then a year later, you're like, oh my God, 2 terabytes. Who could live with just 2 terabytes? Meanwhile, I'm sitting here remembering when first time I got a 4 gigabyte hard drive. I'm just like, dear Lord, I'll never fill this up. It's literally impossible to fill up 4 gigabytes. One modded Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 install later. Oof, out of space. It's like a goldfish, just like a goldfish. Install Call of Duty once, and that's 8 gigabytes gone, or 8 terabytes gone. Lastly, I got a last slide here. Talk briefly, contemplatively about personal growth. It goes back to being introspective. I actually made notes for this. Look at me. I made notes, but now my apartment's dark, so I can't see anything. I'm not. No. We're not going down. We're not going down that route. That route lies madness. We're not building a network system here. Oh no. It is tempting though. It is tempting, isn't it? You did so many songs, and then it's just like you become a digital pack fox like myself. For every computer you get, you just roll over your previous hard drive and all the contents to the new computer, and you do that indefinitely until you realize you have like decades old files you've never opened. Like, why am I carrying around this 1.3 megabyte folder from high school? And you're like, you know what? It's a megabyte. Might as well roll it forward. I think about that sometimes. Not often, but I had a bunch of ripped version of some of my gaming CDs, so I could mount them and play the mounted CDRs instead of spinning the disc in the computer, so it was quieter. So I had like a Diablo CD in there and a StarCraft CD and a Brood War CD. I'm like, I don't need to save these CDRs, ripped files. Like, 1, I could just download them anyway. 2, I still have the CDs of them. 3, if I needed the ripped version and I didn't have a CD drive, I could guilt-free acquire them elsewhere. I know. I had the fill head. I'm like, oh, perfect for growth. Let's get this image in there. And I didn't blur it either, because I don't have text on here. So part of this, like, asking, like, what have I gotten out of streaming? What has this done for me? Because at the end of the day, isn't that what it's about? Me. Some things I have surprised me about streaming. Oh yeah. If you didn't see it earlier, we got before I go into this, I got the bell, the strings that move. Ford, you came in late. I got hands and a thigh belt. Very important thigh belt for the thigh fans out there. Hands down there, and then we go back here. Oh, you know what I can do? You know what I can do now? Go over here. Sorry, the shrinky handle is way in the corner. Let's go full body here. Here we go. Just me standing next to this fern. There he comes, holding on to this fern for dear life. Joy, it has brought me joy. Yeah, I'm grateful. It's an exercise in gratitude. I need some more forlorn music here. It's weird seeing myself as the full body. It's very odd. Oh, you know what? Let's go. Put the hood on for this one. There, put the hood on, take the glasses out. I think that part of this is like, earlier when I said PhD is a dead giveaway, I enjoy learning new things. And one of the reasons I was doing game dev for years was not really to like, I didn't have a dream game I wanted to make. I never made any games to get published. It's like, it's a platform and an excuse to learn new things. Like in game dev or in like let's say streaming, it's like, oh, in streaming, it gives me an excuse to learn how to do graphic design again. It gives me an excuse to learn how to do audio setup, look at different hardware configuration, how face tracking works, how you make emojis, how you commission artwork, how you make good streams and good content, how you develop that, how you think about audiences. So it kind of gives like a platform for learning a whole bunch of different skills that otherwise, for me at least, it's hard to learn without it's leading to some purpose. Like it needs some grander scheme it all feeds into. Game dev was great for this because it's like, oh, I'm gonna learn programming. Oh, I'm gonna learn design. I'm gonna learn art. I'm gonna learn like choosing music and fonts. I'm gonna learn composition, UX design, balance. How do you do the economics of a game? How pointers work. Not pointers. Never gonna learn that. Thank you very much. How object-oriented design works. How design patterns are. How do you do data-driven design for games? So it gave a bunch of like opportunities, like cycle through like a fern. You're circling, you're revisiting those same ideas over and over again. And like you start off and you're like, oh, I'm going to look at game design for a while and do programming. And then you circle back around to revisit that subject and like, oh, what have I learned since then? And you can learn more. So like that platform for learning, okay, I gotta make myself bigger. This is kind of weirding me out. God, mouse is on the wrong screen. I tricked myself again. Yeah, there we go. So in that way, it's like, that's something that I kind of knew going in, that I like that aspect of things. Oh, you know what's happening? I'm putting my notes in front of my camera and it's dropping me into an idle pose. Something I surprised myself in enjoying was setting up a stream schedule for my mental health has been fantastic. Having like a regimented schedule of like, oh, on this day I'm doing this, at 4:30 I'm playing this, like having that sort of evening, afternoon schedules through the week has helped a ton. And I had that with friends, like I have a co-op Stardew game every Monday, or like playing games with my friends every Tuesday. I have suspended D&D campaign, but like having those every day has helped me a lot. And I realize it harkens back to having a class schedule in school. I like being in school. Man, being in school is so fun. That's why I was in college for 9 years. I'd go back if I would go back. I'd go back if they let me. If I didn't have to make money and I could be poor grad student again, man, I'd get a PhD in VTubing. Man, but there's the anthropology PhD degree for you. I think a lot of this is, I would do my PhD was paid for. Science PhDs are paid for. If someone out there is doing a science PhD in any of the hard sciences, environmental science, and you're paying to do that, don't take that offer. Don't take that offer. Do the ones that are paid for. Even if you have to TA some undergrad class, it's worth it. Live on that $18,000 a year stipend. Struggle. Take it out on your students. Nobody here would do that. Nobody here would do that. There's the opportunity cost. There's a very big opportunity cost. And if you want to have a personal finance stream, we can have that in the future and talk about that aspect of it. Not yet. I think part of like streaming is very much putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. Even with a virtual avatar, it's still like your personality, yourself, you. They're putting out into the public, into the world. And so it's like an act of vulnerability, even if it's anonymous, unless your friends dox you on stream by telling them where you live and reading your address out loud. Like, oh, I can't wait to come visit you at this apartment 123. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. And it's part of it I learned, like, I used to not want to do voice chat. I used to have deep anxiety about voice calls, phone calls, and the like. And like playing games online with people, kind of like a deep fear of like letting people down if I'm not good enough at games, even though I've been playing them for so long. And streaming has really helped, how do you say, break down that barrier for being online, being visible, talking into a microphone. Playing games with friends has really helped with that, like in voice calls, the worry about like that fear of letting people down, especially if it was like, I guess, okay, part of it is also the people I choose to play with, the games I choose to play. Like I'm not gonna be doing like competitive Overwatch over here. I'll do Goof Troop Overwatch, where I only play as Mercy, as a pistol Mercy. We can do that. That's fair game. And of course, interacting with new people online, meeting new people in chat, talking with Kit Chat. Man, that's such a good name. It's scary to talk to new people and have new people like chat with you, but it's definitely like gotten easier. Oh, there's a new person. Hey Daisy Dreamlands, welcome to the stream. Hopefully, Kit Chat team. Oh, there's no trademarks here. We're not trademarking. Oh, we'll think about that trademark. If I can get it first, we'll think about that trademark. Meeting people, chatting with people, it's like a scary thing to have new people you don't know watching you on stream, but it's like, I don't know, it's been a nice growth opportunity, get better at it. And the one is like, well, one is, this is so much easier to do when there's no pressure, except that I put on myself. Like, because I'm treating it as a hobby, there's no, I don't have like a financial need to like succeed. Like I'm not like, I have 1 year run rate and then I have to go back and get a job and make this work. It's like, I still have my day job until someone from my work finds these streams and realizes everything, I get fired. No, I think I know what I could do on stream now to get me fired. No, I'm not gonna do those. I know where that line is. We'll stay away from that line. And that makes it such like, just do things that are fun. That's great. Oddly enough, one thing that probably get me fired is monetizing, ironically. And kind of the last thing that's interesting, or this is kind of like a journey over the last few years, is being able to be myself and open online and online spaces, without masking in some way. Not like a like, I mean, who's masking for all sorts of different things, but like, I definitely like heavily mask and have a deep work persona that is different than who I am in person, who I am in like online Discord chat, different than who I am on stream. But both being in different Discord spaces, being online, being streaming, it's like, oh, I can just like unabashedly be yourself and not worry about anything else about that. And if people like it or don't like it, so be it. That's on them, really. We say it until we see an expose in 3 weeks. Local foxboy gets canceled. Too toxic on stream. It could happen. It could happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not, despite my protestations, I'm not that toxic. I can't be as toxic as I want to be. Gotta practice. I need to practice that toxicity for you all. Rest in peace, toxic foxboy. And this has been a long journey of like finding space, finding people you can be open with. And it's funny because like people have family they can be open to or not open to, but my family, bless their hearts, they're all normies. Deep to their bones, they're normies. It's hard. They don't play video games. Definitely don't watch anything close to akin to manga or anime unless you count like Pixar movies, which is kind of close. But one day I'll have to come out to my family and say, I stream as a VTuber online, and that's going to be followed by a 3-hour discussion of what is streaming. What is a VTuber? I don't worry about the judgment. There's no judgment part of it. It's just going to be an actual, like, legitimately, I am 60 and what is this? That conversation. It'll happen one day. There'll be, at least one family member will be deeply interested in it from like a media literacy sort of perspective. Like, what is Twitch chat? What is poggers? Oh boy. Oh boy. I've already had to explain what cryptocurrency was. This is going to be 10 times harder than that. But the point of it is, it's important to find people. It's important to find community, get a melancholy lesson. And I think that's something that streaming does. And it's something streaming did for me through a hard time was it gives you a feeling like somebody is there who can share. You can share experience with. You can listen. That familiarity of comfort, and one of my hopes is I can bring that to at least one person out there through all these streams, is that someone out there can find comfort in a hard time, and I can pass that forward. And I'll do that by slightly cursing myself with train of thought streams of Dyson Sphere Program, or constantly fall off cliffs in Elden Ring, and that will bring joy to somebody. And someone's gonna make a clip compilation of that, and we'll have a good chuckle. Oh, they'll accept that part of me. That's not a concern. I am in some ways a black sheep of my family, but not like in a bad way, but just in being a different way. Kind of my generation. I have an uncle who has a black sheep title. Probably not able to take it from him. Gotta try really hard on that one. But that's not a problem. That's neither here nor there. This is where I'm starting talking, and you just keep going. You just keep talking, and you realize I thought this was gonna be a 20-minute stream. I thought I was gonna come in, show everyone my feet, blast through these slides, and we're gonna call it good. But there's more than just feet content here. There's personal growth and introspection, and just chatting. Don't want that note card. Got my notes here on Kit Chat. Oh God, such a good name. I'll write that down. Huck that aside. Huck that aside. Yeah, that's all I got. Oh no, not Sannish lore. So when I was setting this up, I was looking at, like, if we go back, I'm gonna do this thing I absolutely both hate and love, is when you blast backwards through slides instead of going to the table of contents. Well, especially with the animations in it. Oh, 10 out of 10. When I was making this slide, let's take the hood off. When I was making this slide, I was like thinking, like, oh, I need to make lore, like create lore for Sannish the character. And I was writing this up, and what I wanted, I'm like, damn, this is just me. This lore is just myself. And in some ways that's easier. And then try and upkeep lore is like, people are like, oh, is that your... I've been asked this, but I know I've seen other streamers get asked, like, is this your real voice? And it's like, man, trying to stream and faking like a voice or a personality or who you are, it's just so much work. Oh my goodness. It'd be so exhausting to try to keep up like your background, who you are, where you are. Oh, okay, some of that stuff you need to not expose too deeply. But like some of these, I'm like, this is going to come up. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to mention it. Let me just put it out there. Mostly the schooling, the job thing, that's going to come up. I'm not going to get away from those. Location, West Coast. Though I did think about this the other day of like, how much lore do I have to reveal that will just like narrow down who I am to like 100 people? Like, I know if I like a couple details could get down to who I like, get to my government name pretty quickly. If some people are clever. I don't think I've exposed enough yet. It's going to happen one day, and then I'll just say, yeah, that's right, and move on. I just blasted my last slide. So that's all I had for the stream today, for this model debut stream. Woo, new model, yay! Woo, woo, thigh belt and feet. Woo. Not yet. What? Just wait for me to blow up, and I'll have tens, dozens of people in chat who'll be trying to dox me for some creepy reason. Oof, oof. Hopefully not. That sounds terrifying. I know. I'm finally excited to have a small. I've been waiting for 3 months, and now I can start rolling out brand. I can start making custom content, thinking about getting artwork, not worrying about like spoiling myself by accident. When I first got this I got the model files on Saturday, I think, Sunday. I was deeply worried about accidentally having it as my active model when I was streaming earlier this week. Ooh, that'd be embarrassing. And last slide. Gotta change this now. God, where's my, there we go. Here by Kit Chat Corporation. Got a new name. This Sannish 1.0 slide deck was prepared by Cute Chat Corporation, LLC. We're an up-and-coming VTuber agency. We currently have me as the sole proprietor agent, star, tech support, graphic designer, music picker, font picker, content idea fox. We'll expand. We'll expand KitChat Corporation, KCC, in the future. But that's what we got. We got the model. I'm glad people like the photos. I was pleased with the photos. I had a full slide of here's all the rejected photos. Oh God, I lost my controls. PowerPoint. Betrayal. Oh God, Genshin Impact jump scare. I don't know. Ignore that. Here's some of the other photos that didn't make the cut on my photo idea board, mood board slide. Some did make the cut. This one was a blurred out background. This one was a blurred out background. Here's that first one at the top there. These guys didn't make it. These guys didn't make it. This guy made it. These hydrangeas. I'm not sure these hydrangeas made it or not. I think about it. Yeah, this is springtime. I think these are springtime photos. The hydrangeas, like early May, it was raining out. Like go out there with that macro lens, take some photos. I like taking photos, macro photos of things, close-up photos. I got some great photos of moss while I was in Japan a couple years ago. I'm one of those people. If I have a camera and there's like a flower, and I'm like, oh man, time to take some flower photos. This side. That's my photography. I need to do more of it. I admit I need to do more of it for myself. I do enjoy it. It is fun. It's expensive because then you're like, oh, I need a new lens. I need a new camera body. And you're like, that new camera body is $3,000. You're like, I don't need that new camera body. I'm good. I can cut back. I don't need to spend that much money on a camera body. I need to spend that on a graphics card or a monitor. But that'll go into the inevitable personal finance chat at some point in the future, because that's another hobby. Another topic I enjoy and sharing and teaching people and talking about. I will say, kind of like, I'm looking at as I'm looking at my model, I'm looking at like my little tufts of hair down here. I keep thinking they're little earrings. I'm like, oh man, some earrings would have been nice. Think of that for the future. I don't get anything else. Here's my model. Once again, glasses, no glasses, hood. I do like the hood. I'm glad I have a hood. I feel cozy. Yeah. Fox ears. That move. Those fox ears. I realized I don't have an outro. So this is gonna be an outro slide. So we're just gonna slowly walk off the set here. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for all joining for my 1.0 model debut. Very exciting. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time. So I'm glad everyone could join. I had a good time. I hope everyone had a good time. And I will see everyone. I'll get a schedule out after this. I would have it made, just not posted, because I have my new model on the posted schedule. My next stream will be on Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday, but probably not Tuesday. Definitely Wednesday. So I will see everybody then, and I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I hope everyone has a great rest of their evening. All right, everyone. Good night, and bye-bye.